Good morning, pregame crew. It is Monday, February 5th, 2024. Let me put this a little closer to the microphone so you can hear me. Good morning. Welcome to the show. This is a show where I go over indices, commodities, crypto, movers, and shakers of the day. I'm going to say hello to my friends and take a few chart requests. Good morning, Cliff, Shake and Bake, Hector, Revi, Keke, Marvin. Hey, Rob, Jahan, Greg, Tom, Chris, Andre, you know it. Topher, Mal, hey Paula, Jill, Sam, Daniel, Fried Egg, Option Dejin, Tess, Catahoula Kerr, hey K-Mac, Spaceball, thank you Rob, hey Mark, Dollar Tree, hey Casey, I'm happy you're here. Hey Rob, Bullstrike, Donald, Sir Fernando, hello, hello, hello. Let me go back up and see if there are any chart requests. Chris in Ohio, you're welcome. Pens had, let's see what Pens had this morning. Pens price target got raised to $48 from $37, so it had an upgrade this morning to be aware of. And yes, they have earnings on Thursday after hours. You would think, or one could logically conclude, that Pens will likely beat with Meta beating, even though they're in similar businesses, obviously not the exact same. Your next resistance is $40 psychological, and then you're looking up at $49.10. Has a daily squeeze, breaking bull, nice chart. I'd keep it on back burner watch for sure. Okay. Awesome, Dylan. That's awesome. How are you doing? Average guy, I'm great. PLTR has earnings after hours per trading view. They are gapping up. I saw some news this morning when I was looking. They made a big AI bet. Earnings will be key. I don't know if people are front running PLTR or what. I couldn't find specific news to say, hey, this is why they're gapping up. And their volume this morning is, at this moment, 3.6 million shares traded in pre-market. Not to be confused or muddied with NVIDIA. NVIDIA has 2 million shares traded at $660. So we're over $1 billion traded in pre-market on NVIDIA. Unbelievable. So PLTR is gapping up. They're over that 1724 resistance and 1752 daily 50 MA. Gap rules apply as long as bulls hold this gap up. Bulls are in charge. OGI, okay. OQQQ. QQQ looks okay. Just to note, Friday QQQ was able to get over the prior high from Wednesday, January 24th, but NQ was not able to. So if you look at NASDAQ, this high over here, 17793, we were unable to clear that Friday. So NQ still has a resistance overhead where QQQ does not. Just something to think about or to factor in. Right now, we're holding the hourly EMAs just fine. Going sideways, opening up inside Friday's range. No harm, no foul. If semis continue to lead, I would expect it to lift QQQ, or we may be headed to a blow off top on NVIDIA. And by the way, this is my credenza behind me. I don't have martini glasses. It just has a triangle, and the way the light's hitting it, it makes it look like a martini glass. So there you go. Those are not martini glasses, though. No problem, Dylan. You're welcome, Hector. Okay, OGI. OGI, we have to be careful. This isn't a diamond bearish reversal pattern where you go higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low. And then on this push up, if we're unable to attain a new higher high, then we could be subject to a diamond bearish reversal pattern on the daily. Right now, I would say everything is healthy. We have plenty of room for a daily higher low compared to $1.55. What was the volume Friday? Pretty low. $1.76 key support, $1.87 key resistance. You're welcome, K-Mac Yang. China had news last night. They may restrict short selling. They're trying to strengthen up their market. Their market is pretty weak. This is China Bear. And China Bear has been doing pretty good this year. From July of last year to January 22nd, it's up 161%. So the Chinese stock market is down. Very bearish. This is 3 times. So I don't know if this is based on FXI. I'm assuming it is. FXI has enough room for a daily higher low. It's possible compared to 2086. I don't know if it's doable. We'll see. But if you're a Yang bull, meaning you're bearish on the China market, I would stay in as long as Friday's low holds, which we're breaking it. Never mind. You may want to take some profit. All right, it's 6:31. Let's get started. Good morning. This is who I am. I'm Chart Gal Lori. I'm part of the Chart Guys community. I guess this is who I am. We teach technical analysis. I look up here and I know the camera's right there. So hi. We teach technical analysis over at the Chart Guys. If you want to give me a follow on X at Chart Gal Lori, that would be lovely. And if you could hit that like button and subscribe button and notify button and all the things, I'd appreciate it. What I do here every morning, I have my notes that are off screen. Those are for the Queen of the Mountain trades. Then I look at this table. Overall, we're leaning more bullish than bearish. It didn't quite hit 100, so that back burner day thing didn't pop up. If I were to check one thing, it would be a back burner day. But I would say this is close enough. We have pretty bullish market out there. So definitely back burner conditions on lots of names. So ES on Friday got a new daily higher high. We got a new all-time high, and we opened up inside that range this morning. We opened up inside the range, holding these EMAs just fine on the hourly chart. So bulls are okay. NASDAQ, bulls are okay. You see that? We're holding these EMAs just fine. RTY, not okay. The Russell is not okay. We are below the EMAs, and we continue to make lower lows. 4-hour downtrend, testing support of 1949. So RTY is much weaker than NASDAQ and ES. The Dow is holding the 4-hour EMA okay, but the hourly EMAs we could be losing. We have a downtrend here. Then we bump to a higher high. Let's see if we can get a higher low compared to 38620. But y'all know what the focus is today. You already know. You already know NASDAQ, semiconductors and NASDAQ. That's the focus. If semiconductors can continue to run, it should lift NASDAQ. And NASDAQ can lift all boats. It's the tide that really can move the market overall. VIX, we're holding the hourly EMAs just fine. We have a daily EQ on the VIX that I'll be watching. Let's go look at the economic events today at 9:45, 15 minutes after the market opens. We have S&P Global Composite, and we have ISM data at 10 a.m. So just be aware of that. We have Fed member Bostic speaking at 2 p.m. Note, we have the 3-year note auction tomorrow. 10-year note auction Wednesday, and Thursday 30-year bond auction. So these bond auctions could move the market. We had Powell last night that said he does not support a rate cut in March. He's driving that home, and that kind of rocked the market a little bit last night. We have a lot of earnings this week, and next week we have CPI and PPI. All right, what's the story today? Hang Seng is red, DAX is now red. I need to go change that on my table. Bitcoin is green. I drew this 4-hour, excuse me, 1 second. Sorry. So Hang Seng, I drew this. No, Hang Seng, we're done with that. Bitcoin, I drew this 4-hour uptrend line last Friday, and we're testing it from the underside right now. Overall, Bitcoin looks strong. We're green. We're almost 2% up. And we have daily resistance at 43700, 43700. So Bitcoin is holding up very well compared to other names. Is Bitcoin a potential canary for the market? It's possible. It is possible. Ethereum looks good. We're testing the daily 50 MA from below, and we are over this resistance of 2328. We got above by $2. We want a little more follow through. What's the problem? What is the fly in the ointment for the market this morning? It's the dollar. The dollar is the fly in the ointment. And fly in the ointment just means, what is the problem? What's creating a problem? Well, I think it's the dollar. The dollar, we got a weekly higher high. We got above 104.263. Overnight. The dollar is super, super strong, and that can be a headwind for the market. It's not always inverse, not always, but it is something I monitor. All right, this coffee's good. Gold, hourly downtrend. 4-hour is not oversold. We're looking for a daily higher low compared to 2023. And the 200 MA is right here at 2029. Odds favor a daily higher low, but someone needs to tell that to the dollar, because the dollar didn't get that memo. 2023 is support that we'll look to possibly hold on first test from gold. Oil is weak. We are looking for a potential weekly higher low compared to 69.20. 4-hour is oversold. Daily is not. So 4-hour oversold, looking for a weekly higher low. So I favor longs down here, but bulls aren't proving anything. On the 15-minute, if we could get a 15-minute trend change, get over 72.23, then that may be an indication for a potential long, looking for the 4-hour oversold bounce and attempting a bottom fish scout of the weekly higher low. I don't have anything to add on that gas. Apple. Hey, Fat N, I went over PLTR earlier. It's gapping up. It looks great. Earnings after hours, I'd keep it on back burner watch. I think it's going to have some great volatility today and has tons of volume. 3.6 million last time I checked. Let me check again for fun, because this is fun. 3.9 million now on PLTR in pre-market. So quite impressive volume on PLTR and on, wait, I'm missing something. 1 second. Chat. There we go. So impressive volume on NVIDIA and PLTR. NVIDIA, I think, will be our tell for the day. If it has an early blow off top, I'd look for more incoming consolidation on the market. Apple. So Apple had bad earnings on Friday, which really, or Thursday, it was their best earnings they've ever had. They just had a slowdown in China. And the bulls rewarded them with buying the dip on that lower low Friday. They bought that dip pretty hard. I can make an argument right here, right now, for Apple to have a potential 2-hour inverse, wonkiest head in the universe, 2-hour inverse head and shoulders. That could be possible on Apple. We need to get through Friday's high, 187.33 during regular trading hours to prove anything. And then we'd be over. Yeah, we're well over the 50 MA and the EMAs right now. Amazon looks like a 4-hour bull flag. It looks very, very healthy. Okay, what's very healthy? Let's do this. Anything above 167.70, and I could probably, this is a little arbitrary where I put that low here, but I would say anything above 167 keeps a bull flag alive on the 4-hour for Amazon. It's very healthy. I think bulls will be looking to possibly buy this dip. Tesla, I could also make an argument for a potential 2-hour inverse head and shoulders on Tesla as well. Tesla had news this weekend that the board and Musk are supposedly doing drugs or something, and rehab has been mentioned. So they're taking it on the chin this morning, or on the nose, whichever one floats your boat. 18869 is your next resistance. on Tesla. I was telling people in TCG this morning on this weekend, not this morning, on requested ticker video, that I thought Tesla was doing this over here, like doing a sleight of hand trick, like the magicians, like saying, look over here, and they're really doing the trick over here. That's what it felt like with Tesla. They're like, look, we're weak, but they never broke that 180 support. They never broke it, and then they just freaking punched higher. They got a tiny little lower low on the day, on the 5 minute, and then zoomed it higher. But they never broke support of 180.06. So a daily higher low is still possible, and we're still oversold on the daily. I favor Tesla longs down here with daily oversold. Risk to reward is better buying support than selling at support. So I know that's probably controversial. ARM, I'm looking for a weekly higher low. 4-hour squeeze. We're going sideways. 72.50 has been staunch resistance for ARM. I guess bears could keep shorting it as long as it keeps working and buying the dip around $70 until we can break out from it. Looking for that weekly higher low. I like Crowd and PANW for potential weekly bull flags. I'm acutely aware that I do not have any shorts for you on today's list, and that's just the way it worked out. I can't force it. So MDB I like for back burner. This is a beautiful chart with a weekly squeeze. I like how we're just butting up against this resistance of this 440 area. I'm expecting some type of breakout from this area. When do they have earnings? They had it December 5th, so they got a ways to go. I just really like this weekly chart. Meta and NVDA, I'd keep on back burner watch. Meta has a potential 4-hour bull flag, just like Amazon. Nvidia has been ripping this morning on volume. I'd keep it on back burner watch. PANW has that potential weekly bull flag that I like. Rivian, I bought it off $15 Friday and posted my setup here. And I sold my last bid at $15.60 off. This $15 dip, see my alarm is set right there for $15.10, my alert. I want to know if Rivian gets near 15 again for a potential dip buy. And snow has been money. Snow has just been amazing for how many weeks now? 2-3 weeks. So we got a new 52-week high on Friday, and I'm keeping this one on back burner watch as well. So if you want my notes, I'll copy them right now for you because I went over that pretty fast. So that is the Queen of the Mountain trade setups: ARM, MDB, Meta, Nvidia, Crowd, PANW, Rivian, and Snow. I like them all to the long side. VA had some bad news this morning. It is a little weak. I'll look at PDD. There are 300 of you and only 78 likes. If you could hit that like button, I'd really appreciate it. Tell those YouTube algos that this is a decent show. Decent. You hear? I didn't say great. I said decent. Okay. This is my big day where I do 4 live shows today. This is live show 1. And I will finish up here in 8 minutes. Then I'll head on over to TCG, do a live show there for at least an hour and 15 minutes, do the midday and do the afternoon wrap up. And then the market recap video. You just can't get enough. All right. So we have that gap at 118.88 and we have not filled that yet. I would still be watching that fat in. Not that. That 118.88 for a potential gap fill target on PDD. And I like SE. I think SE looks great. We're breaking from this downtrend line here. Let me see if I can draw it on the weekly. I think it looks better on the weekly. We're breaking out fat in. I like this one. This used to be your name. We had a little falling wedge behavior right here. Lower low, lower low, lower low without follow through and a bull break. Again, China is weak. This may be a dip buying opportunity on SE. Thank you, Topher. And Brent. Thank you, Night Truck. Okay, who watched Tracy Chapman and Luke Combs with Fast Car last night? I did not stay up and watch it, but I did watch it. First thing I looked up this morning at 2:40 a.m. when I woke up was I went and Googled it. I had to watch that performance. I freaking love Tracy Chapman. That was so good. Oh, GE is beautiful. Pretty chart. We are not at all-time highs, though. I'd keep it on reverse back burner. Not reverse, sorry, back burner watch. Need more coffee. AZPN. Daily downtrend could be a daily bear flag, double daily inside bars. Weekly downtrend, be careful. This is not looking too healthy. You're welcome, Fat N. I thought about you this morning. I was looking at SE and I'm like, I have to remember when I see Fat N's name to bring up SE. I had myself a note written actually because I like that one. But today may be the stink buy day where you just kind of reach in and buy because it looks stinky with China names being so weak, but this may be the area to get it. Lennar is butting up against this 155 area. It could be a monthly bull flag. I don't know. I have a beef with the Homebuilders. They just haven't been looking good. DHI has been looking terrible. Are they negating their bear flag? Yeah, they are. So maybe Len will negate their bear flag as well. AZPN, I mean. Sorry. Getting my charts mixed up. Yeah, Len looks good up here against 155. We have plenty of room for a daily higher low compared to 149.17. Miley did a good job. I cannot hear Flowers again. I think my ears will bleed if I hear that song again. So overdone. MSOS. MSOS looks great. I was doing some calculations for the members this weekend, and I thought $12.95 was a decent target. If you look at the fib pull from the high of September 18th to the low of October 30th, $12.95 is the 1.618 extension. You see it right there? That's the fib extension target before we reach that 1460. Of course, if we get news, they'll probably plow through all those. But just, I wanted to give like some guide rails or something, some potential targets for those holding longs. You're welcome, Raymond. All right, Chewy. Chewy is broken. Weekly downtrend, daily downtrend, 4-hour downtrend. Can't get over the hourly 50 MA, the Great Wall of Louisiana. 1805 is your resistance, then 1815. Yes, Daily Dose asks, ma'am, should we consider pre-market candle patterns in stocks during day trading? Yes, if they have volume. Like right now, NVIDIA has volume. Those levels are important. So we've double topped at 686.95, 686.96. Those are important. This is associated with volume. It means something. So yes. Typically, if you don't have a lot of volume in pre-market, like CMG hardly ever has volume. They have earnings tomorrow, by the way. This was my pick last weekend for TCG members, was this cup and handle pattern. It broke bull in a big way. They have earnings tomorrow after hours, but this would be a name where I wouldn't consider any type of patterns that develop in pre-market because they hardly ever have any volume. All right, that's it for me. It's 6:48. I'm going to wrap it up, and then I'm going to kick off the TCG live stream right now. So TCGers, I'll see y'all in 10 minutes, and y'all use stop losses.